Hi, I'm Katie Gavanis with the Center for Alaskan Coastal Studies, and this is my friend Johanna, and we're going to teach you how to go on an upside down hike. So when you go on an upside down hike, you're actually going out and you're looking underneath logs and rocks and boards and things like that. But there's a few things you need to know before you go out and do this. So the first one has to do with our hands. And we probably won't touch much of what's underneath the log, but if we do want to touch things, it's important before we do that we've washed our hands really well. We don't have bug spray or hand sanitizer or sunscreen on your hands. So before you go outside, you can wash your hands and then you can find a good log. So we're going to come over to this log here and kneel down. We want to get down low. And then this log is a home or a habitat for lots of animals. And we want to visit them. So I like to actually knock 3 times on the log. This is great to do if you're with a kid, but even as an adult, sometimes I do it to remind myself that this is a home for lots of different animals. So we knock on the log.
1.
Okay.
3 times.
3 times, and then we roll the log. And this one has a plant here, so I'm going to roll it that way. But you can either roll it towards you or away from you, nice and slowly. Check out what's underneath there. And then this is the really important part. Like I said, if you're going to pick anything up, you want to make sure your hands are clean. Johanna, can you grab my water bottle, actually?
Yes, I can.
Some of these animals have really delicate skin as well. And so if I'm going to pick something up, I actually like to put a little water on my hands first so that I don't dry them out and get a little dirt on my hands as well before I pick them up. And then when you're done looking at those animals, where do they need to go, Joe?
You need to put the log back on very carefully and please put your animals back where they were.
Yeah, so put everything back where you found it and then carefully roll the log back into place. Now sometimes you might find something really cool and you might be worried if it's a pretty big log about smushing it, so you can also carefully move them to the edge, roll the log back over, and then kind of very, very gently tuck them back underneath there. But for the most part, it's probably best to just look with your eyes and not touch too much, because many of these animals are really fragile, and a lot of them, like I said, have very special skin. Some of them even breathe through their skin. And you can look under logs like this. You can also look under boards. You can look under rocks. But make sure you're choosing logs and boards and rocks that are easy for you to carefully roll so you don't crush what's underneath it. Thank you all for learning about our upside down hike, and tune in for chapter 2 when we actually look at some animals underneath the logs.
Yeah. And I hope you have fun if you can do an upside down hike. It is really fun to do with other people.